Hey y'all, how are all my beautiful friends doing? I hope y'all all have had a great week. If you are new to this channel and you've never seen me before, hi and welcome to Crime Time with Mal. My name is Mallori, and if you like what you see here, I would love to have you join this amazing community I have over here and hit that subscribe button. It's free. Also, if you are a returning viewer or subscriber, you know how much y'all mean to me, and I cannot thank you enough for always watching my videos, commenting. Your support just means the absolute world to me. Over here, we cover true crime, missing people, and unsolved cases mainly, and then sometimes I will throw in some solved cases from here and there. Today's video was going to be another missing person case, but I saw the news yesterday that the Moab murders, Kylen and Crystal, there's some new information out about this case, and I had to pop on here. I know a lot of us are invested in this case and we want some answers. A lot of us also think that it had to do with Brian Laundrie. I don't think that anymore. I was one of those people. I honestly just don't think that anymore. So if you don't know who I'm talking about Crystal Turner, who is 38 years old, and her wife, Kylen Schulte, who is 24. They were found shot to death in this ditch at this dispersed campsite that they were staying at. They were living this van life experience just like Brian and Gabby, and they were found murdered around the same time that this whole thing was going on with Gabby. They were found on August 18th, 2021, but they believed that they were actually murdered on August 14th. Yesterday, they released a search warrant affidavit that had to do with this case, and it is very creepy. The subject that they talk about in this is very, very odd to me and strange. So I can't wait to chat with y'all and get y'all's opinions on what you think about this case. So let's just go ahead and get started. So if you haven't seen my video that I previously did about this case, here it is. I will link it up here as well. Go ahead, and if you're not familiar with it, or if you want to hear my opinions, again, they've changed. So just go ahead and watch that and then head back over to this video. But if you remember in my last video, we talked about the girls talking about how they had this creepy guy walking around their campsite who just really creeped them out. They were actually planning on changing locations. The night of August 17th, 2021, which is just a day before they found the girls, but a couple of days after they believed that she was murdered, Deputy Palmer ended up stopping a Subaru Outback, and this guy was in there. He said that the person was very unnerving and that this veteran law enforcement, so he's very experienced, he actually decided not to give him a ticket. I believe he was speeding, so he decided not to give him a speeding ticket because he actually wanted to keep his eyes on this person because he was just acting very odd and very creepy. Along with being odd, he acted very euphoric-like, almost as if he's been caught doing something wrong, like a lot of past serial killers, if you've done your research, which I'm sure y'all have, or a lot of past killers, they almost seem euphoric and excited when they talk about their victims and what they did, and then reliving it all over again is very unsettling to me. But that's almost how he was. Given this person the benefit of the doubt, he could have been possibly nervous as well, and it just came off as euphoria. I don't know. But, I mean, you could be doing nothing wrong and you see those blue lights go off in your rearview mirror, and I start shaking. My heart starts pumping really fast. My hands are sweaty and I get nervous, even though, I'm probably just speeding or something. I don't speed, by the way. But yeah, you're just nervous in a situation like that. But euphoria and nervousness are two completely different things, in my opinion. Later, they were aware that this suspect has been going around town and sleeping in his vehicle. And one person stated that she had to make him leave her place of business because he was like hitting on women and just making them very, very uncomfortable. The subject was asked if he has seen Kylen or knows Kylen, and he said that he has seen her around Moonflower Market, which, remember, is where she works, and also where a witness said that they saw Brian slapping Gabby. He's actually said he sees her regularly, that he currently works at that place at that point in time, and he just never had worked like personally with her. They never had like the same shift. Subject was also asked where his whereabouts were on the nights of Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. He could not give any specific times or exactly where he was. He just said that he would go travel around locally and sleep in his car away from people. He described the location that he normally sleeps at as 100 to 300 yards up the loop road from Moab Overlook on a dirt road. And he left a blanket there. Now, this is not that far from where the girls were found. Law enforcement did locate 2 blankets and a jacket there, and they believe that the jacket looked like there was blood on there. Actually, Kylen and Crystal had to pass this location to get to their dispersed campsite that they were staying at. And the location that he said that he sleeps at is about 8.8 miles away if you take like the road, but if you take a straight path there, it's only about 4 miles away, less than 4 miles away, which is very interesting and extremely alarming. They did search his car, hopefully that, they would find some evidence or any of that sort, but they only found like 2 hats and a long sleeve shirt. Now remember, this campsite that the girls were at is a dispersed campsite, which means it's like off the beaten path in the middle of the woods. Trees everywhere. You would only really know of this place if you were actively looking for something like this or if you knew the area. There's no logins required, no ID checks, like it's not registered. So anybody can go there. There's no record of anything there. And I'm so curious if they tested that DNA. I'm sure they did. Let's hope that they did. And what the results are. I'm sure it will come out. DNA, it takes a little bit of time to come out. And I don't know if they would release that evidence right away. They might. They released this search affidavit, so who knows? Hopefully that they'll release it, and I'd be very curious to know whose blood that is. This is a very, very small town of Moab. Like it's got a McDonald's, supermarkets, gas stations, and this Moonflower Market, which is just like a small organic shop that people love to go into because they knew that they could get fresh and healthy ingredients and food. So people are very curious of what happened. And this does not happen in this town. Like small towns like this, it's very rare for stuff like that to happen, at least in my small town and in Moab. So I am curious to know what y'all think about this information. Do you think like he's a person of interest? They've already said that this guy is a person of interest. And I do think that interaction is very creepy. Like the girl said, there's a creepy guy just walking around and he fits that description of creepy. Now, I know there's a bunch of creepy people out there, but come on, the time frame, the euphoria he felt when he was getting pulled over, he was around that same location at the same time. Come on. I feel like this is a very good possible lead. And I'm really hoping and thinking that Grand County Sheriff's Office, they know, like they have this on lock. It does take time to build a case, a very solid case. I've said this before in my other videos. You don't want to have a case based on circumstantial evidence, get it all tied up in a few months, and then go to trial and end up losing that case. That person can't be retried again for that same thing. So they want to make sure that they have an airtight, solid case to bring in front of the jury. And I know Crystal and Kylen's family, they want that to happen, and they deserve justice. These girls 100% deserve justice, and that's what law enforcement is there for. If I was in their shoes, which I can't even say because I can't fathom that idea, and I never hope that any of y'all have to be put in that position either, but I would rather it take a year, 2 years for them to get solid evidence and to get these girls justice rather than to throw together a case because they're eager to take it to court and end up losing in the end. I will have another missing person case coming up on Tuesday. I just wanted to get this video out there to share with y'all the updates that have been happening in this case. And make sure that you are subscribed if you like what you see. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss whenever I upload a video. And give this video a thumbs up if you like my content, if you like me. Yeah, it helps out my channel and I would greatly appreciate it. I hope you'll have a great weekend. It's supposed to be a little rainy again, but today was freaking beautiful outside. Makes me crave that spring and summer weather even more. Plus my birthday's in the spring, so you know, I'm a little partial to that. But the allergies, I could do without those. Because if you are in the South, y'all know outside, your car, if you got a black car, it looks like a bumblebee. If you got a white car, it's green. Like, it's ridiculous. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Again, have a great weekend, and I will see y'all soon. Be safe, and I love you so very much. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.